Hi there, my name is Nicole, and I'd like to welcome you to my short video on the motivational strategy of expecting students to succeed. I chose this strategy because it seems simple. Of course, instructors should be expecting their students to succeed, but as human as we are, it can be difficult to change our views on intelligence and students' ability, or from having a fixed mindset. First impressions can tell us a lot about a person. Perhaps we have the thought that there's no way this student is going to make it. Not a great thought for any instructor to have. But if we focus our attention on having a growth mindset, we can change our thought process into believing that intelligence can be increased by hard work and that any given student has the ability to succeed. We need to believe it so that they can believe it. I'm sure that many of us have experienced doubt about ourselves at some point in time, or that we felt like we just couldn't accomplish something. But when we get that one person that really believes in us and expects that we can achieve something, we work just a little bit harder. That fire gets lit, and we start to believe in ourselves again. The strategy of expecting students to succeed branches off of Vroom's expectancy theory. If you predict a positive outcome, you can also believe that it can happen. In Barkley and Major's book, Student Engagement Techniques, they say that individuals are motivated by performance and the expected outcomes of their own behaviors. Motivation depends on how much we want something and how likely we think we are to get it. I came across this quote, which has now become one of my favorites. It comes from Confucius. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Whoa. So, why should students ever have to believe that they cannot achieve a goal or outcome? They need to be motivated to change what they are doing if it's not working, and instructors need to expect that they can do so. Effort ends up leading to success. Let's face it, success doesn't just come naturally. Each individual needs to find the right tools for them to reach the goal intended. The expectancy theory works great in many different environments. In my line of work, this theory would work both in the classroom and in the clinical setting. All students can succeed in your course if they exert the effort to do so. This should be stated at the beginning of every course. Each student needs to believe that they can be successful, but part of that responsibility needs to be on them. They must put in the effort to receive the reward. The expectancy theory also closely relates to Locke's goal-setting theory. Individuals are motivated by setting goals. They then take action to achieve those goals. The more goals that we set, the more likely we are to build self-confidence, autonomy, and happiness. Goals end up leading to higher performance. Of course, some learners aren't sure what goals need to be set, so it is up to the teacher to inform them of these and to expect that all students do what they need to do in order to achieve these. So then, who is impacted by this motivational aspect? Well, learners for sure. Learners learn that you get out what you put in. The harder you work, the higher the reward, or the better the success. You could also say that stakeholders and the education system also benefit from this, as it would correlate to a higher rate of success and employees entering the workforce. Let's talk about positive and negative effects that this motivational strategy can have on learners. The pros: it motivates students to gather the right tools to reach their goals. It gives them autonomy. It promotes self-efficacy, a belief in their own ability to successfully perform. It also gives the learners control. The level of control one feels can influence the efforts that are made. The more control they have, the better they will perform. In order to make this work, instructors must be transparent. We must set realistic goals and give clear expectations on how students can achieve them. The reward must be clearly communicated and must be appropriate for their efforts. Rewards in my class would be recognition, completing the program to go on and become certified, or simply a sense of accomplishment for the learner. Of course, we also have some cons. So there may be external factors that are being ignored. Learners may underperform no matter what the reward is because they have other things going on in their life. Rewards for succeeding cannot be individualized in large classrooms. The final outcome or reward will be valued differently by each individual. Succeeding doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. Getting high grades might mean success to one, but to another, just passing means that they have succeeded. They're not going for the highest grade in the class. And some students just are not goal driven. The importance placed on success can end up having a negative effect on some people. It can cause stress and anxiety and can force them to quit altogether. This can negatively affect students. Quoted from Barkley and Major's book, failure accepting students as they have become so accustomed and resigned to academic failure that they feel hopeless. They respond to tasks with indifference or antagonism. They are neither satisfied nor dissatisfied with failure, making them disengaged from the learning process in general. Expecting them to succeed just isn't enough. We all want to see our students succeed. Expecting them to succeed by utilizing Room's expectancy theory and Locke's goal setting theory is just one strategy that can be used to foster motivation. Every tip and strategy will come with advantages and disadvantages, so it's important to be open to all and to utilize a handful of them in your classes. As the saying goes, one size does not fit all.